Good evening, everybody. Am I audible to all of you? Yes or no? Am I audible to all of you or not? Okay. So we'll wait for 2 or 3 more minutes. Some people are all trying to join, then we'll start. Okay. Still guys are joining over here. Fine. So we'll start now. If anybody will join, in the meantime, they can join. So without wasting much more time, we'll start. Fine. I think my screen is visible to all of you without any problem. Thank you. Thank you. So today we are going to learn something regarding our this full stack Java course. All right, I'm not here within 1 hour. I'm not going to teach you about the full stack Java, but we'll discuss why it is used, how it is used, and what is the necessity of this. Fine. So this is what is the topic we will discuss today. Now, so full stack Java, as the name suggests, full stack means it is completely Java package. Whether you learn full stack Python, full stack Java, whatever, it's full stack. That means you are the one who can build the entire application. Now just tell me one thing. All of you, imagine all of you are working in software company, right? Already you have completed 4 year in your software company. Here. So there is a project available in your company and the company guys know that you are the right person to develop the software by yourself, right? That means you alone can develop the entire software. So whether they will allow you to develop the software by yourself or they will create a group and ask you to develop the software, what they will do? As I have told, imagine you are in a software company, working in a software company, and you have 4 years of experience. Now there is a requirement in your company to develop a software. Fine. They knows, your project manager knows you are the right person who can develop the entire software by yourself. Fine. So what they will do? They will ask you to develop the software by yourself, or they will create a group and ask you to join in that group. Yes. Someone has answered, assemble your teammates. Correct. Create a group. Sukalyan, I think you have given answer. You cannot talk with me in this session because there will be so many voice. Fine. So for that, all of you are being muted. You can whatever answer you like to provide, whatever question you want to answer ask, you can provide in this chat. Okay. Okay. Sukalyan, Assis, Sivanand, and one more also. You have given the correct answer, right? Create a group and teamwork. Correct. Why we need teamwork? Because if a single person will develop the software, then it will take a lot of time to develop the software. Fine. So for that reason, they will ask create a group and you maybe they will ask you to join in that group, or maybe they will ask you to lead that group to develop a software. All right. Now that is why we need a group to develop a software. But what is the name suggesting full stack Java? That means you have all the knowledge regarding to develop a software. First of all, what type of things are necessary to develop a software? What type of applications are required to develop a software? All right, how many types of soft applications are there? Okay, so we'll see how many types of applications are there. Then we will go for developing the software. Now see this slide. Yes, this one. So this is the type of application you may develop while working in a software company. Desktop application, web application, mobile application, enterprise application, and one more you can say your AI application. All right. All these applications can be run on a cloud. All right. It's not necessary. Everything has to be installed on a single computer. Now, what is desktop application? Right. Desktop application means which run on a single PC, or maybe it will run on multiple PC, but multiple PC are connected to each other. They are not connected to outside world. You can ask me, sir, give an example of desktop application. Like you are going to a restaurant or you are going to visiting a mall to purchase something. Now, once you purchase something or once you eat something in a restaurant, you ask for your receipt or bill, you can say. So they will produce a bill to you. Generally, those bills are available in printed format, not in handwritten format. So how to create those things? That means there must be a printer, there must be a computer. You may argue with me, sir, I have visited a restaurant. They don't have any type of computer, but they have a device. In that device, he is just pressing some kind of menu and entering the quantity I have taken. then finally the bill is getting produced. Okay, that is also desktop application. Desktop application not necessarily should run on laptop or desktop. It may run on your phone, cell phone, maybe type of device like your restaurant bills, like your electric bill. All those are desktop application which runs on a single PC. So that is one kind of application. Second type of application is web application. Anything that runs on the internet or browser is known as web application. All right or not? Anything runs on your browser, that is known as web application, web apps or web application. And one more is there called mobile application. You can have Android application, you can have iOS application for your iPhone, you can have Windows application. So those are all mobile application. So those applications generally runs on your mobile or cell phone, you can say. And another is last one is enterprise application. Fine. And this enterprise application generally runs again on your desktop PC or your laptops. When there is a big scale application is required, it is the role of enterprise application or you have to develop enterprise application. Every software company has different kind of software personnels. And one of them is in the coding field, you have the topmost position known as project manager. Every project manager knows for small scale application, you can use Java, you can use PHP, you can use Python, you can use your, what is that, .NET, all those things. Fine. For medium scale application, you can use again all these applications. But when you go for an enterprise application, then you're supposed to use Java. All right, nobody else will perform like Java. But if you go for AI and machine learning, then you're supposed to go for Python. You may be wondering, we are attending Java webinar and sir is telling about Python. Of course, because that is the correct current situation in the market. All right, I cannot give you wrong information. So Python is used to develop your AI application or machine learning ML machine learning application. But Java is used for enterprise level application. You can also create AI in Java, but writing the code is more, or you have to write more code if you go for AI application in Java. So nobody will wait for delay. All right. If any company going to develop, any software company going to develop AI application, they will prefer Python because developing AI application by using Python language is faster. All right. And the same thing if you go for developing in Java, then it will take a lot of time. So that is why nobody prefers Java for AI application. So Java has a different software field and Python has a different software field. Both are not same or both are not similar. Clear or not? So these are the kind of application we will develop. Now, what is this full stack developer? That means to create an application, you need a database. Like if I ask you or if I show you a simple Java program, whether you are able to understand it or not, that's a different issue. Fine. I can show you by using any kind of ID, or I can straight away jump into this command line, your command line application, CMD. There I can also show you this one. I can straight away write a program here, or I can write a program here in this your ID. This is called IntelliJ. You can use any kind of ID to write a Java program, like your IntelliJ, Eclipse. A lot of things are there, NetBeans. So we can develop a software over there. Let's write a simple Java program. I hope all of you have gone through Java in your second year, that means in your third sem. So you can understand this, I think. That is why I'm just writing this program. I'm not going to discuss anything regarding the program, why we are writing public study void and all those stuffs. Fine. But we will see. I have something else to tell you. Say I have written a class called calculate. Fine. Then the main method in Java, as you know, it's supposed to be public static void main. Parameter should be string args. String args. Then to print something, you need system.out.println, but I'm not going to print anything over there. I'll write in something num1 equal to say 34. Then I'll say num2 equal to 10. Then I'll print something like system.out.println, system.out.println num1 plus num2. Now, anybody like to answer me what will be the output of this program? If I run this program, what's supposed to be the output of this program? Correct. Correct, correct. I got a lot of answer in the chat window. Thank you all. Thank you all. So we'll get 44. All right. So nice of you all. So lot of answer I'm getting. Okay, that's all required. So we'll get 44. Now let me run this program because it is a simple Java program where we actually Java C, then okay, calculate.java, then run this calculate. That's it, 44. Now, if I want to get some data from the user during the program execution, then I have to use something called scanner class. All right, scanner is used to read the value into the program from the keyboard during the program execution. Over here, what I have done, I have given the value before the execution. But what I am trying to do, I want to provide the value to the program during its execution. That means I want to read the value from the keyboard and I want to perform the same arithmetic addition operation. So for that, we need this package called util, then the class called scanner. All right. There I'll create an object of scanner class and ask the user to enter number. All right. So say I'll write scanner object name. I can put SC, anything I can provide the name system.in. Then I'll ask the user to enter number system.out.println. Enter a number. Okay, enter two numbers. Two numbers. That's it. Then here I'll go for something like scanner dot next int to read the integer value from the keyboard during program execution, right? That's it. All right. And once you have done with your scanner class, you don't need to read any other input. Close it up. Now, closing means you are cleaning up it. This is called cleanup activity. Like uh, wherever we are staying, whether it is our home or whether it is your hostel or you have taken a rent, every day you have to sweep the floor. So that means garbage collection. So something we have to close it in order to clean it out. Anyway, so now run this program. Okay, enter to number. See, I have given 40 first value, then I have given 15. So obviously the result will be 55. Fine. That's it. 55. 55. Now my question is not to show you how this program is working, right? I'm not interested to show you those things because if I start explaining this program, this will take around 1 hour. Public study environment. Why the hell I'm writing something like public study environment? All right. Why there is no main in the Python? Why there is main methods in C programming like void main, int main? Why in Java we are writing so big, because I mean so many words over here. So that is a different aspect. We'll talk about that later whenever you join a course. Wherever you join a course, you will be able to know, or you read from the internet also, from YouTube or internet, you will be able to understand. So my aim is not to explain you this program. Just my aim is something else. Now, during the program execution, I have given 40 for the first value, or you can say for first number variable num1. And again, I have given one more value that is 15 for the second number that is num2. Then I got 40 in num1. I got 15 in num2. Then whenever I'm adding them up, I'm getting 55, right? So these are the value I have given during program execution. Now the program execution is completed. That means we have already executed the program. It was running successfully and we got our result. Now my question is, after the completion of the program, where these values are stored? All right, these values I have given to the program during its execution, like 40 for num1 variable, then 15 for num2 variable, and result I got as 55. That's all right. Now, where these values are stored? That is what my question. Anybody like to answer? You can answer in the chat window. Mm-hmm. Waiting for you. Okay, got an answer. Database. Okay. Anybody else? Karisma. Okay. What your answer, Karisma? Anybody else? During the program execution, we have given two values. Okay. Somebody else has given one answer. Stack memory. Satyanarayan. Anil has the flushed from memory after execution. Surosnag dot class file. Sukalyan stack memory. Okay. Uh, Anil is correct. He has given answer flushed from the memory after execution. So whatever value we are providing to our program during runtime, all right, those values are known as application value, like Anil or maybe somebody else, like your say Sukalyan. So Sukalyan name is itself is a bigger, contains many characters, like Anil. Anil has a name content consisting of 4 characters. But compared to Anil, Sukalyan name, the name Sukalyan contains more character. So maybe the guy called Sukalyan is his good name. But in home, he has a nickname. He might be a nickname. So his parents, his siblings, they used to call him up by the nickname. All right, not by this good name called Sukalyan. So similarly, what I said, whatever value we are providing to the program during its execution are known as application value. It has another name also, application information or application data, or in short, app data, application data. So these values, whatever I have given to the program during its execution is known as application data. Whatever is data, same thing is value, same thing is information. It has three different names. For layman, it is value. For computer literate person, it is called information. For programmers, it is called data. All right, this 40 you can say integer value, 15 you can say integer value. Result is 55, again integer value. So this value is for layman who doesn't know anything regarding computer. And for computer literate person, like those who are not into programming, but they knows how to use the computer. So for them, these are information like 40, 15, 55. And for programmer, these are called data. All right. So whenever we are running a program, whatever value we are providing, the values are stored during its execution in the memory. But once the program terminates, the values will be discarded or simply flushed from the memory. All right. So that is what known as loss of data. Imagine you are sending WhatsApp information to your friend, but your friend is not online. All right. And you are sending the data. If also after sending the data, say you have given some information or data or message to your friend around 11 p.m. in the night. You know your friend, he is going to sleep by 11 or sometimes by 11:15 or sometimes by 10:30. You don't know whether he is awake or he is still sleeping. All right. You have given some messages. Then after waiting for 15 to 10 minutes, when you are not getting any kind of response, then you are making it sure he is already in sleep mode. All right. He is in shutdown mode. Right. So what you will do? You will switch off your phone. You will go to bed because you are feeling dizzy. All right. Now you have terminated, disconnected internet from your phone. Your WhatsApp is not running. It is also closed. Where this data stored? The data stored in a database, web database server. All right. So that means whatever data we are providing to the program during its execution supposed to be lost once the program terminates. All right. So we need to store it somewhere. We need to store these values or data somewhere. And this there we need a kind of file where we can store the information. But file is okay if we want to store some information in our laptop. All right. But if we want to store some data or more data and we want to manage them up, then we need a database. All right. Database is required. There are different vendors providing different databases like your Oracle, then MongoDB, then your Postgres, then MySQL, then Microsoft is providing something called SQL Server. IBM also providing a database called DB2, and that is the oldest database. All right. So those are the database where we store the data. Some of you might have gone through it, maybe SQL part that is called structured query language. Select star from student, insert into student, create table student like that. So those are database where we will store the data. Now, what is then the role of a full stack developer? The role of a full stack developer to know everything about these things. See this? This is what your full stack developer. All right. That means you are the person who will develop this front end. You should have knowledge in front end as well as you should have knowledge in back end. Back end means your application. This is program. Front end is also program. This database is your containing SQL part where your data will be stored permanently. All right. Clear or not? All of you understood? Clear? So full stack means you supposed to know about front end, you're supposed to know about database interaction, you're supposed to know the back end. Now, what is this back end and front end and database? Front end means whatever you are able to see. Like, let me open a browser so that I can explain you in a better manner. That is what front end. Anything will do. Okay, just let me remove this annotation, then we continue. That's it. Okay. So this is our, let us say I want to open kind of Facebook. Yeah. Okay. I didn't remember the password. How the hell I'll join? Okay. We can switch over to anything else. Give me 1 second. Going to change this profile. Okay. So we'll go for Facebook. Facebook.com. Now this is what your Facebook. All right, Anand. All of you have seen this Facebook. Now here somebody has written something, and this is our wall, I can say, or I can go for my home also. I don't know what is this. Didn't remember all these things. Anyway, photo. What is that photo? Anyway, so this is kind of information I'm getting. Similarly, you can visit some other site also, like we have something called Pythonsoft. This, like Pythonsoft.org, not com. It is Pythonsoft.org. Why it is taking so long? Okay, this one is Pythonsoft.org. Fine. Now here we have something. This is called your front end. Front end means where a user will interact with the application. That is called front end. All right. So this is our front end. Like we have given courses here. These are the different kind of course we are providing in our Pythonsoft organization. All right. These are the courses. Similarly, you want to contact, then you can put your username password over here, like your name, your email ID, then your subject, what you want to know, then maybe detail something, then you can click on the send button. All right. So this is where the user will interact. So front end is the one in which user will interact. That is called front end. Clear? All of you? Next, backend. Backend means your database part where you will store your application data. That is called backend. All right. This is your database part where the data will be stored permanently. All right. This is your backend. But nowadays, the concept has been changed. In older days, we have something called front end. Then this database part is known as backend. And this backend was known as middle tier, where you're supposed to provide your application logic or business logic. Nowadays, all right, the concept has been changed. Everybody is selling backend means you should have a programming language that is called backend, and we need a database to store the application data. All right. So in this backend, we have different kinds of programming languages are available. So which will interact from the front end, get the value from the front, process them, apply the business logic on the data you got from the front end, and then store or manipulate the data in the database. That is what your backend job. So full stack developer means you're supposed to have knowledge in front end, you're supposed to have knowledge in backend. Backend means a programming language. Then you're supposed to have knowledge in database so that your backend can interact with the database to store data, retrieve data, update data, manipulate data, delete data. That is called CRUD operation. All right, create, update, retrieve, and delete operation. So that is what necessary for a front-end developer. Now, in this front-end part, what you're supposed to know in the front end, as we have discussed, we can create three types of application. One is called your desktop application. All right, clear? One is your front end for desktop application is the programming language itself, like your Python or Java. You can create bot-on text field. Let me show you what is front end in Java or Python, or maybe in any programming language. You can have your desktop application, or you can have your. Generally, we are talking about desktop application. Now, what is the front end? That is what we are going to discuss. See this screen. Let me open my command prompt from there. I'm using this command line because all of you maybe might have gone through this command line during your third semester. That is why I'm using this. All right, Java, then say button demo. See, now this is what you can say it is a front end where a user can interact. I'll write something like say Anil, then great. Hello Anil. All right, whatever name I'll provide, it will generate that. So this visual interaction, this is known as visually interaction. You are interacting with the application through your eyes and you are using mouse and you are entering the data like Sukalyan. I'll put something like Sukalyan, then great. All right. So here I'm providing the name, maybe Anil, maybe Sukalyan, so that is known as text field. And here I'm getting the result again in text field. So this is known as graphical user interface. So this is required when you develop a desktop application, So I told you already, we can create different kinds of application. One is our desktop application, another is web application or website, another is Android application, another is Android price application, another is AI application, and machine learning application. Fine. So those are the things we can define. So front end means wherever the user interact. So if you are creating desktop-based application, then your front end may be any programming language, and backend is again the programming language itself, like Java or Python, whatever you are choosing. And you need a database to interact with that. Now, what is then web application? Anything runs on a browser is a web application. So in that, what you need to create, how you will create? Definitely you need HTML. For any kind of web application, you're supposed to have the knowledge of HTML. All of you knows about HTML, hypertext markup language. All right or not? I hope all of you knows a little bit about it. So for web application, you need front end. All right, you need a front end. So what is that front end? Maybe your HTML. All right, along with HTML, you can have CSS. Along with CSS, you can have your JavaScript. Fine. And then you need different kinds of like React. You can use Python also, Django. This one, Django. You can create front end in that. In Java, you can create front end by using Servlet or JSP. Along with HTML, you cannot deny this or you cannot remove this HTML. HTML has to be used everywhere. This is CSS, JavaScript, React, Django, Servlet, JSP, whatever you use. All right. You can use React, you can use Node, everywhere it will be used. And these two are mandatory. to create web application. HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Anybody like to tell me what is the role of CSS in HTML application? I mean web application or web page. Okay. HTML job is to create, yeah, that no, not designing Sukalyan. Alright. No, not design again. Subhasmita, it's not designing. No, not styling. No, no, no. HTML I asked here. Alright. HTML, yeah, correct, Sonali. HTML is used to create structure and content of the web page. Alright. Yes. Yes, Jyotiranjan. CSS designed to used to design, not color, used to design the web page. So HTML is used to create structure and content. That means what kind of data? Yeah, body container you can say, Manoj. So HTML can provide your content, like what messages you are going to type. As I have shown you here, Pythonsoft. So these are the things we are providing. Where is it? This one, not Facebook. Close it up. I hope this one is Pythonsoft. No, this one. This one. All right. So whatever we have written over here, that is this one. Like we have given address. If we go for home page, then we'll get some other information. So those are the content of the HTML page. Forget it. We scroll down to the bottom. See, these are the things we have written. Maybe about us, maybe about the organization, whatever it is. So these are the things. These are known as content. Pythonsoft is a leading software training institute. Pythonsoft provides a compatible environment for your growth and all those things. Whatever we are writing over here. So these are known as content of the web page. But how we have designed it? We have designed something like here you can say grid or box you can say. If you knows about HTML, then you will be able to know. Or you can, if you don't know about CSS, then you can say, you, sir, you have displayed here in three different columns and all the columns have some gap between them. You can imagine in that way also. So this is the designing part. It's taken care by your CSS. CSS stands for cascading style sheet. HTML generally provides you the structure and content of the web page. CSS allows you to design it. How beautifully you can display those content, how beautifully you can show those structure. That is what the job of CSS. So you can imagine HTML like is a rough structure of a building. You need a wall, you need a roof, you need a floor. So that is what is HTML. That means content and structure of the web page. Now what is CSS? CSS means what type of color you are going to provide to your wall, what type of color you are going to provide to your roof, whether you are going to lay some tiles in the floor or not. So those are the CSS part. So CSS used to design that particular web page. Now we have one more thing called JavaScript. JavaScript is the functionality going to provide, yeah, yes, Ukalyan. Yeah, CSS content style of the body. Correct, Manoj. So, uh, then JavaScript. So these three knowledge are required, basic knowledge, these three are basic knowledge required for a front-end developer, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. JavaScript will provide you functionality of the web page. You can ask me, sir, already you said that rough structure of a building like wall, roof, floor. This is what HTML, that means structure of web page. Designing part, how we can make it colorful, how we can display the data. All right, those are taken care by CSS. Like you have this page, the design is looking good. So all this designing has been taken care by CSS. All right, that's correct. Now, what is the role of JavaScript? Yeah, JavaScript generally allows us to provide functionality. Functionality means, as we have discussed, HTML like rough structure of a building. CSS means what type of color I'll put in my room, what type of color I'll put in the drawing room, what's supposed to be the floor, like whether I'll keep the floor as cemented or I'll put lay some tiles or I'll lay some marble. What is that? So whatever I'll provide, that is called designing part. Now functionality means we have a fan. When we switch on, the fan supposed to rotate. It's supposed to blow the air. All right. Air is everywhere, but why we need a fan? So that it will concentrate air to a particular point or particular area. All right. So that is why we need a fan. And yeah, dynamic, no, dynamic interactive, no, no, not so Kalyan, not interactive dynamic. It's a kind of, that is a tricky answer. All right. It's a diplomatic answer you have given. All right. Don't take it as otherwise, but it's a diplomatic answer. Dynamism, somehow, you can say, somehow, it will provide the dynamism and interactive. I can argue with you, no, because I can create text field button, submit button. That's it. I need to interact. All right. I can provide the data, but somehow, generally in older days, JavaScripts are used for client side validation. That means if you are not, say, you are going to log in into your Facebook account, and if you're not providing correct username and password, you're not allowed to enter. Fine. That means whatever username password you are sending, those supposed to be checked by a particular program in the database. All right. There, JavaScript, you can use JavaScript, but that is cumbersome process, or you can say time-taking process. So better is you have to use a programming language. Anyway, so that is what JavaScript provides you functionality of the web page, like rotating the fan, switching on the light, like cooking something on the gas. So those are known as JavaScript. That is provides you functionality. Now, anybody can tell me what is the drawback of HTML? What is the major drawback of HTML? Of course, HTML is used to create web application. And don't worry about enterprise application. As I have told you, first is desktop application, second is your web application, third is Android application, fourth is enterprise application, fifth is your AI application, and ML application, machine learning application, all right or not. So don't worry about all these things. Enterprise application means the application or software itself is a bigger. It is going to contain a lot of things like your Aadhaar verification system. All right, Aadhaar is connected to bank. So those are known as enterprise application. Customer relationship application, CRM application, a lot of things are there for your enterprise level application. Where other languages will fail, Java definitely work over there. Anyway, so we'll talk about that. What is the drawback of which type of application? So this is the thing. Anybody like to say what is the major drawback of HTML? Okay, no issue. Mm, yeah, that's all right. Static and dynamic. Apart from this static and dynamic, Anil, that's correct. HTML is static by itself, and JavaScript used to provide, yeah, static nature. Dynamic, we can provide dynamism by kind of HTML or some other things also. No, that is not drawback. You can say that is like eating normal food in your home on Monday, and the JavaScript is like you are eating something on Sunday. Sunday means you will go for non-veg in your home. Monday means mom generally don't allow to eat something in the non-veg in our home during the Monday. So that is kind of thing, yeah, limited function. No. Major drawback is HTML has the ability to send the data, but it is unable to receive the data. Now, if you provide something like, just give me 1 second. Let me open this database because I didn't remember all those names. Okay, I think I don't have a, open this first, then we'll talk. Slash C equage, then slash DT, admit. What is that? User log, select. And I know nothing is there in the user log, but still, let me check. Select star from user log, UID. I'll enter something. Insert into. Now, this is kind of database I'm using over here to show you particular web project. All right. Insert into user log. Then I'll provide values. UID say maybe A001. I didn't remember what type my bird. One. Also. Insert into user log values. Single quote A0001. Then username say Anil. Password say Anil123. Then type, I'll make it admin. Then status, maybe status I have given Y or N. Security question. What is my first movie? Answer Disco. That's it. I'll just insert a single line in my database table. Okay. Okay, inserted one. Now, okay, got it. So username is of Anil, password is Anil, 123. Fine. Now let me run a program in this Apache. I think I have one more project over here. Localhost colon 9090 slash e grievance. I think I have given GRIEVANCE. Yeah, I got something over here. And for that, I don't remember the database I have used. I'm not thinking it is SQL. All right. I think it is, I have used MySQL database. See, if you're reading any kind of programming language like Java or Python, you're supposed to have the ability to connect to any kind of database because all language supports all kind of languages. All right, whatever languages you read, use grievance. Let me check the username. I just want to show you something. Here I have user information I have kept in a particular file. Okay, Saswati is admin. Let me copy her name. See, I'll provide something called Saswati. This one. Let me make it bigger so that it will be visible to all of you. Forget the designing part right now. Hi. All right. See this? What it is saying? Saswati. Now here's something called department here called create employee. So what I have done, I have shown you a simple project or classroom project. Some students, they want to develop it for their fourth year project. So for that, they have developed this web application. Fine. EGFM's copyright. Now this department, if I click on it, it will show me the department. And here, I think I have some data. If I have data, I'll get it. Okay, data. If I click on agriculture department, it will also show this. I can edit because as a admin, I can edit anything. Not I can, I have come, that means logged in by using the name saswati@gmail.com and password like Saswati. So this is our project, kind of web project for your MCA and as well as your BTech students, BTech 8 semester project and your MCA 4th semester project. All right, you have to submit a major project. So for that, you can develop this kind of project. This is web application project. Now, here I have written agriculture and see again, here we are getting this name as agriculture. Fine. Let me just make it bigger a little bit, agriculture. Now, if I want to edit, I can click on this or I can choose any kind of department, say agriculture, go. Now here, agree, I'll put agree. I'll remove that culture. Just let me change a single one, submit. Now see, view. What it is saying? Agree is updated subtotally. View. See, there is nothing called agriculture. It is agree. Again, you want to change from agree to agriculture. It will happen. You worry. Okay, I want to show you something. So this is department. Now go for the database. What is that? Department, I hope. Select star from department. That's it. See this here. Why it is not getting bigger? Anything. Magnifier. See this. This is the data available in our database. This is what I have written over here. I have written select star from department. This one, last one. All right, select star from department and have a look to this agree. So I have changed the name from agriculture to agree. Again, what I'll do, I'll change from agree to agriculture from the website. Okay, changed already. Just I have to click on the submit button. This one. Hey, what is this AG? Agriculture. Let it be like that. Submit. All right. What it is saying? Agriculture is updated. Now we'll see again. See, this is agriculture and this one. This was agree. Now it becomes agriculture. Now again, we'll check the database. Have a look again. Yes, sir. Department name was agree and your mail is ag@odisha@nic.in. Now let me retrieve the value again or select the value again. I'll go for select star from department. See this. That becomes agriculture. In the database also, it is getting changed. So that is what I want to let you know. All right. This web application means these pages are in HTML format. Right. These are all HTML fields. This is a text field. This is again text field. This is text area. If you have gone through HTML, then you knows about this. All these are text field I have created. So this kind of thing we can create in HTML. So HTML has the ability to send the data, but it doesn't provide any mechanism to receive the data. There you need a programming language like your Java or Python. Not Python, advanced version of Python called Django. You need Java or Django, or you need PHP, or you need kind of Perl, or those languages also provides your server side programming language. And those languages has the ability to get the data from the front end, manipulate the data, or provide kind of logic over there, or can process the data, and finally they can store the data, update data, insert data, delete data from the database. All right. So those server side programming language popularly nowadays called backend. So that is what is a backend all about. Clear or not? Understood all of you? Yes or no? What is front end? What is backend? Backend means a programming language. Yeah. Somebody is asking some questions. Sorry, Manoj, I have not seen your question. Let me check what you. My question is how to join database in front end. Okay, I think somebody Jyotiranjan has given answer. No, not Jyoti. Not only JSP. JSP belongs to Java. You can. Manoj, I have not seen. Sorry for that. But Jyoti has given partial answer. He has given correct answer. So I shared what I told you. The HTML has the ability to send the data, but it doesn't have any mechanism to receive the data. So you need a server-side programming language like your Java or Python. In Java, you have JSP, you have Servlet. All right, we can receive the data. In Python, you have something called Django. Fine. It will get the data from the front end, and they can manipulate the data. You can implement business logic on the data in your programming language, like I said, Java, Python, or PHP, whatever you are using. Then, or you can say also use Node, or you can also use React also. Node, React, they can also interact from the front end, and they can manipulate the data, and finally they can store or update the data in the database. That is the role of your backend, right? We have discussed something like this one, all right? This one, database. So to put the data from the front end to the database, you need a backend. And in this backend, you can use JavaScript. Also, you can use PHP. You can use Java. All right, not HTML. All right, MongoDB, MySQL. These are your database part. HTML part, CSS part. Those are for designing. You need either PHP, or you need Python, or you need Java. All right, to interact, or you need ASP. That is Microsoft product. ASP.NET. You need those server-side programming language, which is popularly known as backend nowadays. Understood? Clear, Manoj? In Java, we have something called servlet JSP, which can interact from the HTML. It can get the data and store the data. Understood, all of you? All right. Role of full stack developer involves creating the user interface, that is front end, including color, font, drop down menu, and page layout. Uses technology like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Backend development involves working on server-side software, including data storage and processing. Uses technologies like Java, Python, PHP, Ruby on Rails, and Cake PHP. Requires knowledge of algorithm, cloud computing, and popular technology stack. Here or not? Next, database management involves designing, understanding, and manipulating the database queries and web storage. Like those things, create table, alter table, insert into table, update table, delete table, select start from table. All those are database knowledge. Then web design involves using software like Photoshop. So this is basically web designing is something else. Web development is something else. Do you know all of you know? In a software company, if you have around say 500 web developers, that means hardcore programmers, then they may have 4 to 5 designers. Designer will make your HTML page beautiful or web page beautiful. All right. Designer generally knows Photoshop, they knows HTML, CSS. They can include graphics, themes, and other visual elements in your web page. But they cannot write any coding in that web page. All right or not? So that is the role of web designer. So designer means He will create the front end page, but whatever content will be written, what structure will be there, whether there is a text field to get the username, password, those things will be written by web developer. So developer means programmer, designer means the person who has good knowledge or good handwriting, or you can say drawing pictures. Those persons go for designing. Generally, you people will go for web development. You are not going to those things. Now, most used programming language among developers, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, Python, SQL, TypeScript, Bash, Shell, Java. All right, all these are programming language. These are the percentage used in worldwide. Next, and one more thing I have not discussed, most web framework among developers, Node.js, React, jQuery, like this, all these are used in your frameworks. Next, most demanded programming language, Python, JavaScript, Java, TypeScript. So recruiters need, you should, sorry, okay, recruiter need either you should have knowledge in Python or JavaScript or Java. But you're supposed to learn two programming language, not one. Python is damn easy to learn, but when you go for data science and machine learning, it will be little bit difficult for you because there you need mathematical knowledge to implement machine learning, not machine learning, data science. Data science, you learn easily, but while implementing, you should have knowledge in mathematics so that you can understand the algorithm and you will implement them in your program. Clear or not? But Java, learning core Java is the difficult of all any programming language existing till now. Or you can say till today, whatever programming languages are there, the most difficult one is core Java, and it is vast. It has touched every aspect of a simple laptop. Whatever you can do in a laptop, same thing you can do by a core Java. Java has three parts. One is core Java, in which you can create window application. Another is called your advanced Java, by which you can create Android application or web application. Generally, Android application is a subset of web application. If you have a website, you can easily create window application, sorry, Android application, because you are going to get the data from the website. All right. That is why bigger companies like our WhatsApp or like Facebook, whatever Android app we are using in our phone, WhatsApp, they have a website as well as they have this Android app. Clear or not? But that doesn't mean without web app or web application or website, you cannot create Android application. Nothing like that. Clear or not? Next, why do you learn Java? It's easy. Alright, it's a lie. Java is not easy to learn. Core Java is little bit difficult. You have to provide. Hey, what is the date today? Anil, what is the date? Valentine Day, na? Yes or no? That means if you have a girlfriend or if you have a boyfriend, you have to provide some time to them. All right. Same thing is about language. You have to provide some time to any programming language you are going to learn. If you are not going to provide time, then it will not be yours. It will be somebody else. Clear or not? So any programming language we are going to read, it's kind of your, you can say, you have to love the language. That means first you learn this language, then you're supposed to fall in love in language. That means you have to provide some time to the language. And all programming languages, like your mathematics, in school days or in your plus two level, you might have gone through calculus. All right. There is a proverb in Odia, calculus aji karibu to kar, nohale kaliku loss. Clear or not? If somebody is not able to understand Odia, for them I can translate this Odia proverb into Hindi. Calculus means करना है तो आज करो, नहीं करोगे तो कल को लॉस हो जाएगा. That is why it is called calculus, derivative and calculus. Fine. Anyway, so programming languages are like that. You're supposed to provide some time to that. Clear? And if you don't provide time, then it will be difficult. So that, but here I have written Java is easy to learn. Anyway, object oriented and rich API, powerful development tools, great collection of open source, blah, blah, blah. Forget it. It's not required now. Next is companies. Lot of companies are using this Java. All right. So don't worry about that. Implementation. Where are we supposed to implement Java? That is one is called Android apps, then financial service industries, Java web applications, software tools like Eclipse, IntelliJ, IDEA, NetBeans are written in pure Java. Trading application, big data technology. We have a concept called big data and Hadoop. All right. You can Google it in the Google, Google it to know about big data. Now, this big data, managing the big data is called data science. Then this scientific application, Internet of Things, you can implement Java over there. Java versus Python. Learning Java can be considered more important than Python in situation where high performance, robust enterprise level application and mobile development are prioritized. Java excels in these areas due to compiled nature, what the hell? Strong ecosystem of framework and widespread use of Android app. All right or not? Android app development. While Python is often preferred for rapid prototyping, data analysis, and scripting, where ease of use is key. माने जल्दी होने का और इजीली होने का जहां जरूरत होता है वहां पर पाइथन यूज होता है एंड मेन थिंग इज इट इज यूज्ड फॉर डेटा एनालिसिस मशीन लर्निंग एंड एआई ऑलराइट और नॉट and your cloud application you can create in java you can interact with cloud application you can interact from python also all right but as I have said what type of application you are going to create depending upon that your programming language will help you out if you go for data analysis if you go for ml machine learning then definitely you're supposed to learn python but in a software field you don't know what is necessary for you you might be working in python for 3 years then suddenly your software company will ask you to develop a software in java so what then you will do as I have told you I have written lie over there all right, Java is easy to learn. No, core Java is difficult to learn. You have to provide time, otherwise it will never be yours. It will be somebody else. Whoever will provide time to it, core Java will be belong to him, not to you. Clear or not? Core Java is the most dangerous one. And apart from core Java, once you have learned core Java, whatever advanced Java is there, whatever framework is there, everything is easy. Advantage, performance, enterprise level development, mobile application, static typing, concurrency, ease of learning. This is advantage of Python. Ease of learning, data science and machine learning. And apart from this, I have not written about this AI. You knows it better than me. Then types of application. This enterprise application, customer relationship, ERP, supply chain management, human resource management. All these are enterprise level application. Now, what type of things we'll learn in Core Java? Generally, we will implement desktop application in Core Java. Already, I told you, I have shown you a simple example. Greet Anil. I have written Anil Sukalyan, then clicked on that button. It shows me, hello Anil, hello Sukalyan, like that. So this part, AWT or Swing or Java effects, they will allow you to create graphical user interface. That Anil, hello Anil and hello Sukalyan, wherever I got, that is known as graphical user interface. And in the beginning of this session, I have shown you a simple addition program in Core Java that is known as character user interface. Whatever output you get in your command line, that is known as character user interface. But the things I have shown you like graphical user interface, like your Anil, hello Anil or hello SQL, those are known as graphical user interface. So those kind of application you can create in Core Java. And there are different topics also here like this is your introduction chapter, that is object oriented, then we have something called package, then exception handling, then multi-threading, all right, then input output operation, then networking, then applet AWT event handling, a part of JDBC, that is entire core Java, all right or not. Then what is advanced Java? Now this one, this is your framework I have written. This is your advanced Java, contains database connectivity. If you ask me, sir, whether I can develop a software in core Java, which will interact with the database, of course, why not? All right or not? Definitely you can interact. So JDBC, this is your database part, and Servlet JSP, as I told you, these two are used for your backend. All right, backend language, you can say, which will get the data from the front end, interact with the database, and store them up, as well as provide response to the web pages. So for web application, these two are used. And web services, then little bit of multi-threading again in advanced Java, design pattern, SQL knowledge is also required. All right. And HTML, CSS, JavaScript, all these are introduction while when you learn this advanced Java concept. Then implementation is web application. That means you are going to create a project in your advanced Java. That means basically your web application or website. Clear or not? Next is one is Java framework. Now here the cream part of Java is coming up. This JPA, it is kind of no SQL. JPA stands for Java Persistence API, JPA. All right. So Java Persistence API, it does not allows you to interact with the database directly. You create a class, you create object, you save the object, one record will be inserted in the database. You update the object, one record will be updated in the database. That is the beauty of JPA. It will allow us to go for no SQL. Database interaction will be there, but you are not going to write a single SQL statement in your Java program. That is JPA. And Spring Boot, it has different parts like Spring Boot, Spring Core, Spring JPA, Spring REST, Spring MVC, Spring Security, AOP. And apart from that, we have something called microservice and cloud. And nowadays, this is most popular REST application. All right or not? Uh, I have started this session around 7:40 between 7:35 and 40. In which language I have delivered lecture? Anybody? Just a minute. Let me see the chat. Yes, English Sukalyan. Now, any of you cannot understand Odia? Any one of you who cannot understand Odia? Or all of you are able to understand Odia? If no, if anybody does not able to understand Odia, just give me a message in chat. Otherwise, I'll assume that all of you are able to understand Odia. Yeah, Sukalyan, that is what I'm thinking. Maybe all. Okay. Everybody is able to understand Odia. So if I deliver this session, if I used to, yeah, both sir. Okay, okay, okay. No, I asked if anybody does not able to understand Odia, just give me a message. If you're not going to answer anything, then I'll be able to understand that everybody is able to understand Odia. Just a minute. What I am interested for. Give me 1 second. Acha, this one. I have enabled this session now because I don't have anything more to develop you, means tell you. But we'll talk for 1 or 2 more minutes. Fine. Now this microservice and this REST application, these are providing, all of your speaker is on. So, and the recording is going on. So whatever you want to talk, talk for, perfect things. So this REST application, whatever I have written here, this is known as Java framework part. All right. And market is available in this Spring and microservice. If you know, have knowledge in Spring and microservice, then definitely you will get a job. All right. Okay. That's all I want to say. And if you are going to join this Pythonsoft, then definitely whether you are learning core Java or you are learning advanced Java or you are learning the entire full stack. Now, full stack course is this much: core Java plus your advanced Java plus your Java framework, and it is around 5 month course. All right, five classes in a week. Each class is around 1.5 an hour or maybe 2 hours, not less than that. Clear or not? So, a lot of things are there in Java. And this is so robust language. Once you learn this, I can guarantee you, you can learn any other programming language without a teacher. All right. As I have told you, Core Java is the most difficult programming language you will get till now because you have to provide time. It need only one thing from you, time. Once you provide the time for it, it will be in your hand. ମାନେ ଯୋଉ ଓଡିଆରେ କହନ୍ତିନି ତୋର ହେଇଗଲା ସେଇ ଜିନିଷ ଟାଇମ ନଦେଲେ କୋରଜାଭା ହବନି and once you have gone for core Java, advanced Java will be damn easy and the Spring and JPA, all those things will become easy. But you're supposed to remember about the things we we used to cover up in core Java. But whether you learn core Java or advanced Java or this Java framework, in every part of the Java you can create a project. All right. Anybody like to ask anything to me, or I'll end up the session here? ଯଦି କାହାର କିଛି ପଚାରିବାର ଅଛି ପଚାର, ନହେଲେ session end କରିବି. Thank you all for listening to me for 1 hour and on such a day, Valentine Day. All right. So nice of you. Now I have enabled your speaker. Lipun, you can ask me directly voice in voice message. No need to type anything in the chat. Okay. You can unmute yourself, but as I have already asked you, Lipun, I'll answer you. ORM. ORM is okay. Your question is on L, sir, JPA and ORM. Yeah, ORM is a concept. JPA is also a concept. Implementation is called a Hibernate. ORM is known stands for Object Relational Management. All right, I'll show you a simple program. Just if you have time, let me stop this part. I'll show you a simple program. Just have a look. I'll show you one database and one thing, SQL cell. Let me just POSTGRES then slash C Spring DB. I've created a database called Spring DB. Fine. CLS. Next, I'll drop this table. Select star from employee. This one. Okay, no need to delete it. Just have a look at it. I have 6 rows. Now let me run this program. Delete. Now this is your JPA and ORM part. JPA ORM with Spring Boot security. I have given security detail here in this program. Let me run this application. No, it depends on you, Sukalyan, whether you want to join a particular course or that depends entirely on you. See, it's your life. Decision supposed to be your. But what I want to tell you that in the market, you should remember as today we are going on this means today discussion was about this full stack Java. Full stack Java means entire core Java plus advanced Java along with your JavaScript, CSS, and HTML plus your database interaction and this framework. All right. Full stack Java does not mean you just create a web page without database interaction. And database interaction not with JSP and Servlet. Database interaction using your JPA and your backend supposed to be Spring. That is what you are able to develop a Spring application by using this database concept. Hey, why it is coming up? I think I have not shared my screen. Sorry. Right. What is happening? Soon. Yes. Okay. This one. Fine. See this. This is a table. Select start from employee. I have done this and I have started my application over here. No, it has not been started. I thought I have been started. I already started this application. Okay. Now it is running. Clear. I have 6 fields over here. See this. This one. Localhost 8085/API/employee. Here we'll get the data in JSON format. Okay, it is asking for username. I have given Rama. Password is, I think, ABC123. Sign up. See, I got all the data. All right. I can interact from browser. I can interact from web page also. I can create also username. So this is your REST application interacting with the database to retrieve the value. All right. Spring Boot REST application. It is getting the data. Ayush Thakur, Romita. Yeah, Ayush, Romita. 6 fields are there. Last one is Archu. So this is what I'm getting. See. So what I have done, I have used Spring application or Spring Boot application, Spring REST application to get the data from the database. You might be wondering why, sir, you have shown like this. You might have shown the way you have shown us e-grievance. In e-grievance, when you have clicked on view, we are getting the entire departments like agriculture, electronics in a table manner. But why you have given like this? Okay, actually, I have not shown you any project developed by Spring MVC. MVC means your web page. This is a kind of basically rough structure. Once you design it, the data will be displayed in a proper manner. Fine. So over here, you want in this particular application to interact with the database, just I will show you what I'm doing. Employee REST controller. See this employees, then EMP ID. All right. Here I'll put something like hype. 5 I have given data. Employees, then 5. See, whose data I'm getting? 5. If I put 2, then I'll get the data of the person having ID as 2. See, Manoj is at 2. This one Manoj. Alright. I have given 4, 6. I got Archu. If I provide 4, I'll get Komal. If I provide 5, I'll get Romita. Alright, let me put 4. I'll get Komal. See, alright or not? So here we have created REST application by using Spring Boot. Clear or not? So you don't need to write a lot of code. And this is the class which is interacting with the database. That is why it is known as Manoj or Anil, someone has asked, ORM, Object Relational Management. This is employee class. This is field is ID. See, private int ID. I have written the field name as ID. And here also see first name, last name, email. So all these annotations are used. No hard coding. You just mention everything in annotation. All right. You can think about annotation as a metadata. So last name, first name, email, and here I have given last underscore name, first underscore name. Now have a look in the database. First underscore name, last underscore name. Imagine I'll put something like drop table employee. This one dropped. Now I cannot write this because table does not exist. Just a minute. Stop it and restart it. Table will be created by yourself. I mean, your Spring application, Spring REST application will create the table. Just waiting for 1 or 5 to 10 seconds more so that it will run properly. Now have a look. Select start from employee. Got it? Table is coming up. Here I have dropped the table. Here I have written select start from employee. It is saying relation means table. Employee does not exist. Then what I have done, I have started my application, REST application, Spring Boot REST application, got the table over here. If you want to insert something, then I can, since I have not created HTML and all those view part here, I can use one more tool called Postman by which I can insert a data or 1 or 2 record. So just let me do that. I'll put something like post. And here I have to provide this authorization. Okay, Sam ABC is the correct one. Then body JSON. I'll put something like this here. Just give me 1 to 2 minutes. You will be able to know. So I'll put Anil. And I'll put something like Anil. That's it. Here ID, whatever I'll provide doesn't matter. It will start from 1. Whatever ID I'll provide, it's no send. Okay. Getting the status okay. Here in the bottom of the screen, I'm getting status okay. Okay means 1 record inserted. Just hit select star again. See, I'm getting on it. All right. So you need a server-side programming language. Similarly, I can provide ID, say I will provide 2, 3, 4, whatever I like, I can provide not here. So this is your view part. Here, let the ID be like that. Here I'll put like Sukalyan. All right. Then I don't know your title. I'll put as something like Sepanda. And here I'll put like Sukalyan. Sukalyan. All right. Send. It will. Okay. Status okay means I go. Data is already there. So that is what ORM, Object Relationship Management. All right. What I have given here, post. Post means it is going to insert. See this employee REST controller post mapping. In post mapping, what I have written, this is get mapping means you are retrieving the value. Post mapping means you are inserting. See what I have done. Created an object of employee class, then employee service dot save employee object, passing the employee object. That's it. All right or not? And this employee object, I am passing in the request body. This one, employee EMP, that is what I am saving. So you save your object, 1 record will be inserted in the database. All right. You update your object, 1 record will be updated. You don't need to write anything like insert into student. You don't need to write anything like create table, update table. Those things are passed. All right or not? So that is what the beauty of this JPA ORM. Understood? Yeah, it is API call happening, Manoj. All right. REST API call is happening. And as I have asked you, Sukalyan, my last question, MTech in Utkal University right now. Okay, let me read. 2 people are waiting. Why they are waiting now? Because we have completed. Okay, forget it. So I already know full stack before. So does Python soft provide any job opportunity or internship? No, we are not guarantee any kind of internship. All right. You have to talk with Pythonsoft for your see. Personally, if you ask me, all right, then I can take an interview of you. If you want kind of assistance from me, I don't know about my colleague. All right, I'm not sure about what you will do. But as you have asked me question, so you have asked two questions. Why this basic webinar is organized means for what purpose? Do I need to join this course or anything else? It's your call. Whether you want to join, whether you want to learn or not, it's your life. You have to decide. Second thing you have asked whether any job assistant. We are not providing any kind of job assistant or we are not providing any kind of internship. But what we can do, even if we have not taught by us, if you personally ask me, all right, as I have told, I don't know about my colleague. So I'll go for an interview for you by myself. I'll take your interview. If I'll be satisfied, okay, this guy knows something, then I'll try. Whatever my friends are working in software industry, I can send your resume to them. I can do that much only for you. Apart from that, I cannot do anything. Right, Anand? Understood? Clear? Yeah, you can talk with me afterward. I think all of you will get the whatever session we have started today, whatever we have discussed, you will get this video recording in your mail also. All right. So thank you all. I'm not getting any more question. All right. Good night. Yeah, somebody. Okay. 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 Thank you all. Thank you all.